Hello, everybody. Good evening. This is Raheem Escalay here with 413 Sports Talk Conversations. And tonight, we are sitting with the new Baystate Academy head coach, Coach Rashad Milledge. Welcome to the show, my man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, most definitely. We're going to pick his basketball brain, ask him a couple questions. We're going to be quick because it's dinner time and we got to eat. So
I'm a big dude. I need to eat.
You'll see. Hoop City, the birthplace of basketball. Coach, I've talked with so many athletes and coaches from our area, and the answers are different, but the question's the same. And I have to know, when did you fall in love with basketball?
I fell in love with the game very early. I wasn't the best player, but I love the game and I love the work ethic that we put in. So I'm going to say around third grade is when I fell in love with the game.
Okay.
But like I said, I wasn't the best player, but I knew that in some way, form, I would love the game as I progressed through the years.
Okay. So you knew it was there. You knew it was there.
Yeah, I knew it was there at some point.
Okay. All right, because this is kind of like a two-side question. Who inspired you as a player? Because everybody's got their one, or Jordan, Kobe, or Will.
So I can say I've always been a big kid, and my favorite player to this day is Shaq.
Okay.
Shaq was just that dominant force that I knew as a big kid, even though I'm a shorter big kid, I wanted to be dominant in some way or form when I got on the floor.
Most definitely. Shaq, okay, it's a Laker. I'm a Lakers fan. I definitely like that one. When you were playing, who were you coached by, and what did he or she say to you that kind of like sticks with you today?
So I played for a lot of coaches.
Okay.
And a lot of things stuck with me because I've always been a knowledge guy.
Yep.
And little things here and there kind of like stick with you to make you see difference of the game. Because sometimes as a player or even as in you coaching now, you look at things differently. So like I always see the floor differently now. Things that they taught me was just slow down, process it, and see what you got because the ball moves faster than man.
Right.
I'm a big component of that. Ball moves faster than man. So when that ball's swinging, it's a beautiful thing.
Right. And that's to harp on that again. That was one thing that I saw up close and personal in the game today. Is your coaches you're on your players about that.
And yeah, when the ball sticks with us, it makes the defense easy because they don't have to work. But when we're moving that ball, you don't know who's going to touch it, when they're going to touch it because we're moving. So as long as that ball keeps moving, we're a better offensive team. Once it starts to stick, we just become one-dimensional. One-dimensional is never going to win.
Right. That one-dimensional basketball. Teams up in the Berkshires, they stop doing that stop and pop. That's all they do. But hold on, no shade. At what point during your playing time did you realize, okay, I might want to be a coach? I'm not going to make it to the league. You know what I mean? But
I definitely wasn't making it to the league. I would definitely say I wanted to start. Actually, I did start forming coaching as a freshman in high school.
Nice.
So I kind of picked up the ideal of watching a few coaches. I played football as well. So that was the real thing. So watching my football coaches and then moving on to basketball. And one of my assistant coaches now is one of my mentors in basketball. So I learned a lot from him.
Got you. All right. Was there anyone you would who influenced you to coach? As far as is there one person that sits in your mind that?
So it's funny. I just said that in my last answer. So my assistant coach Tim Collymore, also known as Gumby.
Okay.
He was a freshman coach over at Holyoke High School for a long time, and he really got my mind to switch over to coaching in general. So like I said, he coached football, he coached youth football, he coached basketball, freshman at the high school. So he really got into me that I think you can do a good job at this, and I took it and I ran with it. And to this day, I still love the game, and it's nice now me being a head coach and having him by my side. It's still a beautiful thing to see. So we still going strong.
Yes, still going strong. Where was your very first coaching gig? And can you elaborate a little bit on the experience?
So my first coaching gig was at Holyoke High School.
Okay.
On the freshman team with Coach Collymore.
Right.
I was his assistant for a good amount of years.
Nice.
And it was great. We did a lot of things where he trusted us as assistants to allow us to grow.
Correct.
So things that we had input on, he allowed us to do that. And coach guys and let them know that, listen, as much knowledge as he has, my assistants have. So that was the beautiful thing about it, because when you first start out in the game, people don't think you know anything. So when you get a chance to say, you got to look at this point, then it changes what others see you. So it was great to do that.
Right. Those different perspectives definitely,
Without a doubt.
definitely help. In 2021, when I met you, you were the assistant to one of the best high school basketball coaches that I had the chance to know, in Dion Bird. In his final year of coaching, you and then that Baystate Academy team with Trav and all them, y'all made it all the way to D5 semis. If there was one thing that happened in that game that you kind of like took with you for your own experience, your own knowledge during that loss, what was it?
During the loss, I took with me just preparation, because for those who don't know, I study the game really well, and I try to make adjustments on the fly as possible. But there's some things in the game that you can't help. Certain things, certain plays go certain ways, certain calls go different ways. You just got to be ready to get back into it and get to the next mode. So I took from that game is you can't harp on it. You got to get ready to go for the next one.
Right. That's even. And even in the possessions when y'all score, y'all hit baskets.
Anything, you got to be ready.
Short term memory. Got that? What I call it that quarterback memory.
Pretty much.
From the very beginning until now, what has it been like for you coaching Baystate?
This is my fourth year here, so
okay.
I mean, as the first year as a head coach, I definitely see that it's more intel, because now not only do I get to focus on game planning, it's making sure players are in the building doing what they need to do. Right. Any outside noise, I have to kind of like help them with that if they have issues at home, because you never know what somebody deals with outside of the game. Right. So I just try to make sure that I'm present as much as possible. They all know that they can call me if they need anything. Right.
And that's one thing I think people that don't know take for granted. The life lessons that coaches teach, is not always basketball.
Without a doubt.
Keeping them in mind is definitely a good thing. So, if you weren't coaching basketball, what would you be doing?
If I wasn't coaching basketball, well, I would say I'd be coaching football, but that season's over with as well.
Okay.
Anytime I'm not coaching, you can find me on a golf course.
On a
golf course.
Whoa, I'm gonna take you to Franconia with my dad, my uncle.
Golf course with a good cigar, I'm good to go.
Yo, I mess with golf too. We gonna talk after this one. The season's kind of like getting to the end, and there were some struggles, some good things, some bad things. What can we expect from the Baystate Academy Bulls going forward with next year and all that, everything?
What we can expect is them to work hard, get into off-season workouts, prepare. What people don't realize is last year we graduated 7 seniors.
7
4
seniors, starters, right?
4 starters.
Yep.
And key guys everywhere around. So you're taking a bunch of guys who play JV and don't have the varsity experience, and now you're moving them up.
Right.
So it takes time. Plus, I'm the head coach now. You got to get a new system in there. So now they got to understand that. So once they get an understanding of that and they're able to realize what we want from each player and what their role is, it'll calm down for them and they can see the game in a different light. So I expect them to learn it more, get under control, and then we'll be good to go.
Awesome. Well, everybody, I want to thank Coach Rashad Milledge for coming to the show.
Appreciate it.
Keep doing your thing. You know what I mean? And I know the growing pains of that of the grind and what we were just talking about in the last question. But you got a good plan in place, and you're gonna get it done.
I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you for coming. All right.